21 to 18. So this was a message that was I think this was the same message preached this Easter. And I'm glad that I got to revisit it because the message focused on Mary. So Mary, she must the pastor said that she must have been up like at maybe like 3 a.m. really early, because this was a work day, and so she had to prepare everything, go to the tomb, and then she did that, and then she saw the empty tomb, so she ran back to tell the disciple, and then they went back to the tomb, and then she stayed at the tomb, and she was probably still dark out because she mistook Jesus for the gardener. So there was something in his appearance that was different, like his resurrected body that was different. It might also be that she was crying a lot, and so her vision were blurry. It might also be because it wasn't fully lit out, and so like all those factors combined might have been the reason why she couldn't recognize Jesus. And even like when she saw angels, she didn't care for them. Like usually when people see angels, they're like, the angel is like, do not be afraid. But Mary, in her state, like it didn't register to her. And so all of that. So I thought that was a very interesting perspective on this. And so the message really focused on Mary, and then how she turned to him, she recognized him when after he said her name, and then Jesus was kind of like, I'm gonna, like the word, stop clinging to me, for I have not yet ascended to the Father, but go to my brother. Like the pastor was kind of explaining it, how he understood it is like, Mary, we still have time, like don't worry, I'm not leaving right now, kind of like thing to calm her. I didn't read that. It seems like she was like clinging to him tightly, not wanting him to leave. There might be an aspect of that, but maybe like she was just really physically clingy. That's what I was thinking. I was thinking. However, when I read today, my focus wasn't on Mary. My interest actually took another turn. And that is this disciple right here. I read verse 8. It says, so the other disciple who had first come to the tomb also entered then, and he saw and believed. So then I'm like, who is the other disciple? And I remember maybe it was John. And so I read up, and truly it is John. So after she saw the empty tomb, she went to Simon Peter and the other disciple whom Jesus loved, that is John. He doesn't name himself. And then they left, and they were going to the tomb, and they were running together. The other disciple ran ahead faster than Peter, so John ran ahead and came to the tomb first. And then he saw the linen wrapping there. And then Peter also came in following him. And then he looked at the linen wrapping there and the face cloth. So the other disciple, so that's John, he saw and believed. So I think John just knew that Jesus risen. Maybe it registered to him at that point. However, it said in verse 9, for they, that means both John and Peter, did not yet understand the scripture that he must rise from the dead. But I think somehow he believed that Jesus is not there anymore, that he risen. He didn't understand scripture, but he understood that Jesus actually rose from the dead. And he believed in Jesus, that Jesus was the Messiah. So he didn't understand fully, but he understood enough. So that was interesting. It never stood out to me, but until now. So I think now I know more about John's conversion. So that left me happy after today's reading.